Hi guys and girls, I'm Obsidian Ant and welcome to 3304. This is where I take a look at the news and happenings in and around Elite Dangerous. This week there's a new method to make 300 million credits per hour, Commander Nebulous takes a look at the internal structure of a Sidewinder, and Gringador discusses fleet carriers. So it's that time again, the moment where another multi-hundred million credit per hour method spreads. This latest one, shared by YouTuber Commander Exegius, has the potential to earn up to 300 million credits per hour via passenger missions. Whilst it isn't entirely guaranteed, and is also very much at the mercy of a number of fairly heavy layers of RNG, it nonetheless can be a very good earner. The full video is very short, at around 2.5 minutes in length, so it won't take you too long to catch up. The gist of the method though is to accept a bunch of passenger missions all the way out to Colonia, and no, don't worry, you won't have to go all that way. These of course are very high paying. Once you leave the station, then simply wait for the mission to be redirected, at which point you will only have to travel a few dozen light years for the same huge payout. And on the subject of good money earners, Yamiks has recently released 2 new videos on the subject, one earning 60 million credits per hour and another earning 70 million credits per hour. All of these videos are linked in the video description. Whilst it seems we won't be walking around inside our ships anytime soon, this hasn't prevented YouTuber Nebulous from thinking about the concept, and in fact he's gone into this in a whole lot of detail, specifically looking at the interior structures of available ships. Now in a recent video he takes a very impressive look at a Sidewinder with an awesome concept of loading internal modules and components inside of it. Now the whole idea goes back as far as 2013, with Frontier stating many times over that all ships have been modelled to take account of internal rooms and compartments and all the rest of it. So this video goes a long way to showing exactly how that would work. Now I've got to admit that it's very interesting to see what would fit inside a Sidewinder, much less what would fit inside a ship the size of an Anaconda. In truth, the Sidewinder is far larger than many people realise, with a width spanning over 21 meters. I'm really looking forward to seeing how far Nebulous goes with this series, and I really hope that he includes many of the other Elite Dangerous ships. Once again, you can find a link to the full thing below. This week I'm going to be starting a new monthly video series currently titled Q&A, and thanks to Jack Miller for the suggestion on the series name. Now whilst this isn't strictly going to be a Elite Dangerous related video, it will have a very heavy focus on Elite. In this series then, I will be addressing and discussing a whole multitude of different questions and subjects, all of which will be submitted by my Patreon subscribers. Now I have said it many times before that I don't believe in gating content behind a paywall, and I'm certainly not going to start doing that. So these videos will be available for everyone to watch, and you'll be able to see them here on my YouTube channel just as with any other video. And you'll be able to see them regardless of whether you're a Patreon subscriber or a regular viewer. However, all topics for discussion will come from Patreon suggestions, so this I feel is a good way to strike a balance between offering something to Patrons whilst also offering something to everyone else. So as I said, this will be a monthly video series, and I will explain it in more detail in the upcoming video, which should be available later this week. So this week really is a week for concept videos and, well, YouTube videos. Although that said, the video I'm about to talk about is by no means a brand new video, as it was released all the way back in October of 2017. But it's really very relevant to recent discussions. Now Frontier are currently discussing feedback on squadrons, which will shortly be leading into the subject of fleet carriers, and this is a topic that Gringador has been thinking about in great detail, and you can see everything in this rather excellent fleet carrier concept video. So yes, it's true that at the moment we know absolutely nothing about carriers. If just half of what Gringador suggests or envisions in this video actually comes to pass, then there will be a lot of very happy players out there. And the thing is, at least judging by initial feedback or initial information that we've got, at least some of the suggestions in this video, such as upgrading and customizing the carrier, as well as giving visual representation for that, are already concepts that are going to come into play. But there's also a lot of gameplay concepts that are very tantalizing in this video, and I highly suggest you go and watch it. It's fairly long, but very detailed. Currently, the official discussions for carriers have no specific date, so we don't know when we're going to get information out on the Frontier specifically, but on the 28th of May, Frontier are moving on to discussions on mining and the changes to go along with that. So it seems likely that they will be releasing information on carriers long before that date. In either respect though, this particular video is a great place to start, and it's been generally very well received by the community. And of course, you can find the link to the video in the video description. That then brings us to an end of this episode of 3304. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys and girls next time.